Hi friends, I'm Jamila and welcome to the Venus Experiment channel. Today is a full moon in Aries. This is a big, do you feel it? I feel it. My heart is racing. The energy is so full, so big. So the moon is actually going to be in Pisces all day until, depending on where you are, until 4 o'clock, 4:04 p.m. Today, Pacific time. Then the moon goes into Aries, and it's wild because it goes into Aries just 4 hours before the full moon. So you might feel a huge burst of energy towards the end of the day today. Aries full moon conjunct Chiron. Wow. So we were in this watery Pisces Neptunian space yesterday, and now we're at the very end of the Pisces moon, and we're still very emotional and very open, emotionally intuitive, open to the psychic channels. And the moon is so full. So at 4:04 p.m. Pacific time, we head into hot Aries. And as it hits 0 degrees Aries, it conjuncts Chiron. So, whew, wow. Deep breaths today. So Chiron is the wounded healer, but it's also the key. It's also the shaman. It's a deep diving energy. So deep. So as the moon hits Chiron, we might be feeling raw, exposed, fiery, passionate, on fire. And also there's a deep sensitivity because of the Chiron, that this first original wound of the baby at 0 degrees Aries. The spark of life itself is feeling the wound of life itself. So be open to your feelings and be open to this passionate Aries energy that is so raw and so vulnerable. It's the baby. It's so vulnerable. So be gentle with yourself today. And now the big player in this full moon today is Saturn. So the Sun and Mercury are at 2 degrees Libra, and the moon and Chiron are at 2 degrees Aries tonight. Whew. So Mercury in Libra and Sun in Libra wants beautiful, harmonious connections and relationships. And then the moon in Aries with Chiron is feeling that hot, raw, exposed wound. Pretty different, but Aries and Libra are a polarity. So they're really the same vibration. They're the same energy, just expressed completely opposite. Aries the self and Libra the other. But they're really the same energy. So maybe there isn't a difference. So if we're projecting today and we're seeing the other and we're putting our wounds out on the other, maybe we need to step back a little bit and see the self in the other. So they're really coming together today, especially as it's really Pisces moon all day. In the build-up, we're feeling this merging of self and other, if we can tune into it. So now all the focus of this opposition is going into this T-square to Saturn. So all that focus of self and other is squaring Saturn. Whew! So Saturn wants to be a part of this full moon ritual. Saturn wants us to come out stronger. Saturn is squaring, so squares give us lots of energy. Squares give us so much energy because it's a pushing energy, squaring up against each other. So all of our personal stuff is squaring Saturn. So Saturn is pushing on us, saying, what's really happening here? What are you really doing? Let's get serious. Saturn is that sober, cold, hard reality. That's Saturn. But also, As the great astrologer Rob Hand says, or said once, we used to think Saturn was reality and Neptune was the illusion. And then we come to find out now that Saturn is really the illusion and Neptune is the reality. So this cold, hard reality that we're focusing on today, is it the illusion? Maybe. It's real, though, at the same time. It's very, very real. And Saturn is asking us to create some boundaries, create some structures, create some solid support in our lives right now. Saturn rules the bones, the spine, so let's stand up straight. Use this raw Aries energy to support our strength and build strength and make us stronger as we push up against Saturn and we create our own autonomy and our own sovereignty. We're our own rechargeable energizer bunnies, not needing energy from other people, not being that Libra codependent, needing the other, because the Aries is there saying you are the self. And then the Libra says you are the other. And then Saturn says you are just you in this body with your spine and your bones and your teeth and your solidness. So let's be strong and be sovereign today and approach this full moon with responsibility, as Saturn is handing us the pen and the paper to draw up our cold, hard reality or illusion. Okay, deep breaths, deep breaths. Okay, happy full moon in Aries. See you tomorrow.